How's it going, everybody? So this is part 3 on how to study the Bible effectively. So now I'm going to dive into a little, I like to say, tips or tricks you can use for your studying. These are ones that I incorporate in my study, and there's thousands of ways you can do it, but these are ways that work for me all the time. So the first one is going to be pick topics to study. What I mean by topics, you can study by the topic of a person, or maybe a subject. Let me give you an example. If I was picking a person, it can be, say, David. If I was picking a subject, it can be something, say, redemption, or being born again, or freedom from sin, whatever you want to pick for a subject. And then I just sit and for weeks, I will run through scriptures that have to deal with that same subject. I'll break it down by finding out who in the Bible had issues with that, who in the Bible also had victories through that. Now, my favorite one is to study people. So usually I'll pick a person probably per month or even 2 months, and I just try to learn a lot about their character, a lot about their assignment, a lot about what they were thinking, what they were doing, what time did they live in, because that decides on how they were doing things. The second thing you want to think about when you study is what version Bible are you using. Right here I have an apologetic study Bible, and the version is a Holman Christian Standard Bible. The version I use a little more than this would be the Amplified version, and I actually use the Message Bible a lot. I know a lot of people don't agree with going outside of the King James, but I do believe there's a lot of versions that are effective. If you can't afford to buy all the versions of a Bible, a tool you can use is called BibleHub.com and BibleGateway.com. That has all the versions listed for you. You can parallel them, which is pretty cool when you're learning scripture, or you just want to get a different way of understanding it. So with the versions of Bibles, they're going to speak a little bit differently. If I want to remember a verse, I'll usually go to King James, but if I want to get a deep understanding of it, talking in my language, I usually go to the Amplified version. So you can do topic studies, people studies, you can do word studies, but the version is going to be the deal breaker, because I've seen a lot of people quit studying because the King James is too hard at first. The last tip I would give you is pick a time limit that you can succeed at first. Studying for an hour or half an hour might seem great, but if you don't have a habit of studying already, that's a big goal to go towards. So what would I suggest? I suggest starting off with 7 minutes every day if you can. Every day, find the 7 minutes. If you have to break the minutes up, say 3.5 minutes in the morning, 3.5 at night, break that up. That's okay too, but you want to get consistent with your studying. I'm a firm believer that God rewards those who diligently seek after Him, and I'm also a firm believer that if you are learning the Word and you are applying the Word, things can change for you drastically. So I'll have a part 4 coming out. What I want you guys to do is hit me up with some questions or some comments that you would like me to talk about when it comes to the Bible, and I'll be happy to do that. So make sure before you leave, you subscribe, you hit like, and you share this, all right? Spread good news with everybody you see today.